Chapter 9. Cursed Vows. Yoon POV. I do. I never thought in my life that these words carry so much weight. That these words have the ability to destroy my life, shatter my dreams and hope. But guess what? It does. Not only the ability to destroy my happy life, but to convert it into a hell, where I will wish death every day. My eyes are burning to pour the tears from them. My throat wants to scream so loud that everyone present here can relate to the pain my heart is suffering from, but all I can do is to stand beside him, bowing my head in defeat. I looked around to see many familiar faces. All the people who call themselves my relative are sitting there with a motionless face. All those who used to cherish me, who say they are eager to do anything for me, are watching my destroyed life like a movie. Not even a single one of them stood for me. Not even a single voice raised when the devil, aka Kim Taewang, dragged me towards the aisle. I shifted my gaze from them to Dad, my savior, my protector, my shield. He has been held by Taewang's men as he is crying there helplessly. My heart broke even more seeing his condition. I just wanted to run towards him and hug him. I wanted to tell him, he tried his best, he did everything he could to save me. That it's not his fault. But I can't. All I can do is stand there helplessly watching him break down in front of me. I sighed, preparing myself for the terrible pain as I saw Kai kneeling in the middle of the aisle. He is bleeding badly, his body is too weak to do anything, and his eyes are half open like he is too exhausted to be fully awake. My heart clenches with the knowledge that I am responsible for his state. He is still at gunpoint, even when Taewang didn't say it, even when I can't see someone pointing a gun at him, but I know. The killer is here, waiting for me to make a wrong move, and he will snatch the biggest gift of my life. I turn my attention towards my so-called groom, who tightened his grip on my hand as I didn't reply to the priest's question. How can I? It's not just a matter of 2 words, but my whole bloody life. How many things I planned beforehand to do after the marriage? How many things do I discuss with Kai to do after we will settle? How much Kai assured me about everything whenever I am afraid of the biggest change of my life. But that fear is nothing to this. This is the worst fear. The fear of the unknown. I don't know how this devil will treat me. Will he treat me like a slave? Will he pour the workload of the whole house just to see me exhausted, like he said before? Will he give me spicy food in every meal? Or are they just nothing compared to what he planned for me after marriage? A shudder ran all over my body just with the thought. How I wish this question would make me feel the luckiest person alive. How desperate I would be for a priest to complete his sentence so I can answer and get tied with Kai until my last breath. And now I wish this earth swallow me. Lee Yoon, will you take Kim Taewang as your husband? The priest repeated the question as Taewang glared at me. I closed my eyes, inviting darkness to consume me, as it's the only thing I will have in future. I took the deepest breath of my life, enjoying the last breath of freedom. I opened my eyes, staring directly into Taehyung's eyes, showing every inch of hate I have for him. I do. I wanted to shout. I wanted to express my misery to the world. I wanted to show how I am chained in this relation called marriage. But it came out as a faint whisper, merely audible to the people near me. But I know for sure one more person heard my merely inaudible whisper, the person who doesn't depend on the words to know me, the one who can read my mind like a book. As another second, I heard a sound of thud. I looked around to see Kai lying on the floor, lifelessly. Did they shoot him? After everything I did I still lose him? Will my soul carry the burden of another loved one for the rest of its life? My breath hitched with the thought. Sweat covered my face like water. I wanted to run towards him. I wanted to make sure everything which I had guessed. Every dreadful thought my mind produces is just an assumption. It's just the way my brain wants to torture me. Reality is miles away from it. But before I can be released from the hold of the devil, I heard the most threatening words. You may kiss the bride. My heart stopped beating, determined to kill me this very moment. A kiss? A promise of keeping all the promises. A stamp which will bind us into a thread in the God's eyes. A proof of our loyalty towards the relationship. The moment I realized it, I wanted to step back, but too late. Taewang already wrapped his arm around my waist. He pulled me towards him with a soft tug and stamped his burning lip on me. It felt like someone poured acid inside my mouth, everywhere his lips and tongue touching. I felt it burning with disgust. He didn't just invade my mouth forcefully, but my life too. He showed me the reality I wanted to refuse with everything I have. He is mine husband. All his right on me is granted by God. The spirit people say protect us is the one who shoved me into the fire of hell. He can touch me, claim me, force me, and I am in no condition to protect myself. I can't fight him. Just for one mistake? Am I wrong if I think the punishment is far bigger than the crime I committed? Is it unfair if I say his actions aren't justifiable? He licked every inch of my mouth with his burning tongue. I felt like bleeding, not physically but internally. My soul is bleeding. Everything I ever thought was a lie, every light of hope I ever saw was there just to mock my helplessness. This kiss made me realize I am again on the first block. My every struggle, every effort was just a waste. As I am meant for this, I am fated for this, cursed with the unbearable pain, which isn't just for body, but mind and emotions too. My knees felt weak as I lost breath, then I saw him staring at me so lovingly, but his lips is moving like a beast who didn't eat for centuries. I tried to push his shoulders with my weak hands. My body is going numb, and the unconsciousness is ready to claim me. Just when I gave up every hope of being conscious anymore, he broke the kiss, but pecked both my cheeks, letting his lips take my tears, and for the first time, I realized my tears. I was crying in helplessness. He leaned back, still holding me as my whole body is in his arms. Before I could understand something, he hugged me so tightly like he wanted to break my bones. A gasp escaped from my mouth as he kissed my exposed shoulder as he removed Kai's coat and burned it before dragging me into the church. You are mine now, only mine. These words felt like a life sentence to me. I felt him sniffing my scent and rubbing his nose around my shoulder, but I am busy crying silently for everything. Can this day get any worse? Let's go. He started dragging me with him, while I followed like a robot. My body is working, but my soul is dead. The will to live died the moment someone touched me against my will. But the urge to die has rejuvenated now. Now there is no Kai to bring a smile on my face, no mom to make me feel precious, no dad to make me feel protected. Why should I fight to live anymore? Will life imprisonment still be better than death? My tears dried as the cries of the soul didn't bring tears, it bring heart-aching pain. Pain I am feeling right now, when everything is snatched from me. The emptiness is so unbearable. I never assumed being stripped of hopes and dreams could make you loneliest. Emptiest. Soulless. Right now, I am not devastated, angry, sad, or anything. I am numb. Maybe my brain made a wall between my emotions and me to retain my sanity. But why? What's the point when you won't be free or happy? My eyes stare at the red carpet while Taewang is dragging me. I didn't struggle under his grip. I didn't even feel pain in his grip right now. All I can see and feel is red. The blood of my dead dreams and black, the color which overpower my light like hope. I didn't blink my eyes, just staring at the red carpet blankly until a hand appeared on its way. I moved my eyes forward to see the motionless body of Kai lying on the floor. Is he dead? No, this can't be happening. I wanted to cry over his condition. I wanted to fight from Taewang and run towards Kai and disappear where no one can find us. But I felt too exhausted for anything. I know I can't break Tae's iron-like grip. Then why try and waste your energy? Taewang kicked Kai's stomach, making him flip on his back. Such a waste, he said as he again started dragging me towards the exit. I turned around to see Kai's stomach moving when he breathed. He isn't dead. He didn't leave me alone. He can be treated now. I peeked inside myself to feel a bit of relief or happiness, but nothing. It feels like an empty box. My world just lost its colors the moment I uttered those two words. Those words caged me into the unbreakable cage. I sigh. Now I just have to find a way to get freedom. It won't be hard, I guess, if things will be same as before. He will give me enough time to think about a way. Meet him, baby girl. This is the last time you will see him. Taewang loosened his grip as I walked towards Dad, who is standing in a corner, bowing his head. I know he is crying, and it clenches my heart to see him this broken. Dad is a strong person. I never saw a tear escaping his eyes. He is the one who gives me hope, and today I am watching his light of hope so timidly. I am watching him break down for me. Dad. I hugged him while he is still crying. I am rubbing his back, trying to calm him. But how can he? He lost the person in front of his eyes, whom he cherished the most. I am tightening my grip on him as his sobs become soft and timid, but I didn't feel anything in his arms today. Does his embrace lose its warmth, or is my soul too cold to consider it? But the comfort I am craving the most right now, the comfort I got from him a few hours ago, is absent now. Princess, he broke the hug, cupping my cheeks, which are dry as no tears came as I felt nothing but emptiness, even in my dad's hug. Is this the end of my happy life? Is the beginning of endless pain in my life? No matter how dark the forest is, it will end. Animals will come out of their cages to get the gift of God. But you won't let your sword pierce a flower. Right? He said as I felt energy getting back in my soul again, not like before, but still enough for my soul to start breathing. And then suddenly I felt my cheeks getting wet, but he didn't wipe them off. He knows the difference between me fighting and giving up. I trust you. He patted my head as I nodded, wiping my tears. He glanced behind before sighing. Nothing can destroy an iron more than its own rust. He looked into my eyes like finding something. Well, I saw something which I was craving from long time. A white horse. I whispered while he smiled with his teary eyes. He patted my head once more as I relaxed under his hand. Somehow he filled the emptiness exist in my soul. I closed my eyes to feel the warmth under him. I am trying to retain this warmth as my life will be cold from now on, but another second, that warm touch is converted into cold. Colder. Coldest. I opened my eyes to see Taewang standing there and Dad is gone. My tears again slipped from my eyes as he leaned towards me while staring into my eyes, piercing holes in my soul. I hope your last conversation was nice, but time's up, baby. He whispered near my ear. From now on, you're mine. Only mine. His tone is dark, deep, and gives no space to argue. Taewang started dragging me towards the exit, while my eyes are roaming around the room, searching for Dad. Where did he disappear suddenly? There is everyone in the room, watching the drama of my life, but my eyes are seeking either the person who assured my safety or the person who is lying unconscious because he tried to keep me safe. But all their sacrifices are ruined just because of you. Why did you agree? But if I deny it, he would have hurt Kai. Hatred settled inside my heart for Taewang. He is a devil. I will never be his. Neither by body nor by soul. I will make sure he will regret forcing me into his life. I will be the destruction of his. Don't try, baby girl. You will never see them again. He jerked me forward and then pushed me into the passenger seat. I looked around with fearful eyes, scared his words are the harsh reality of my life, only to find his men blocking the sight of the entrance. Look at me. Taewang's deep voice roamed in the car as he turned me towards him while holding my nape. I am the only person in your life from now on. Your husband. Your family. Your life partner. I shivered under his commanding tone. He leaned forward and pecked my lips. And I won't tolerate your eyes searching for someone other than me. Understand? I lowered my head. How can he expect me to accept this forced relation? Is he in his senses? Understand, Kim Yoon? He jerked me forward as his angry growl roamed around the car. Please, Taewang, I said in a cracked voice as one of my hands held his to loosen the grip. Leave me. I will never show my face to you again. I will even He tightened his grip painfully, and I could see his another hand turned into a fist. I really provoked him now. His fist is pale like dead. I am sure a bit more pressure, and he will penetrate his nails in the palm. Listen here, you are not going anywhere. I want to see your face every day until your last breath, and I will make sure of it. He weighed every single word as he released my nape. His hands cupped my cheeks softly, like a few seconds before his fingers weren't eager to pierce my flesh. Wiping my tears, he said. Save it, baby. You will need them when we will reach home with tons of explanation. He released me and started the car, while my eyes are stuck on the rear view of the car to have a single glimpse of Dad. Which I never got. Sunset is near. We are traveling for God knows how long. I keep staring outside at the rushing cars and happy families inside them, reminding me how I don't have one anymore. Tears never stopped, just like time and the car I am caged inside. Every second, the thought to be far from my loved ones is clenching my heart. But does it affect even a bit Taewang? Nope. He is there driving while humming his favorite song. His lips never leave that disgusting smirk. Not that I looked at him for once, but a couple of times he intentionally jerked the car, so I fell towards him. He is enjoying my state. I can read the amused look in his eyes. I want everyone in the hall. I heard him cutting the call but ignored it. The fact there will be no space for my choices and decisions in my married life do hurt me, but can I do anything about it? I sighed disappointedly. I don't even want to marry the person who is now my so-called husband. Why am I even asking the questions which will eventually hurt me? I need to stop thinking nonsense and figure out a way. I looked at the sky while we are moving on a barren road which is made between a forest, I suppose. There, the sun is glowing last time as darkness is determined to claim on the day. I felt it as my life, but the difference is my life's sun will never rise again. I see you're tired. Don't worry, we are about to reach our home. Taewang said lovingly. But his words can only provoke me. That isn't my home. If you want me in the home, then you have to drive all the way back. Words escaped my mouth unknowingly. I bite my tongue for being so stupid. But too late, I felt a cold grip on my cheeks as my face jerked towards him. He squeezed my cheeks painfully as his eyes are still on the road with one hand on the steering. Put that thing in your little brain that you are not going anywhere. You will spend the rest of your life in that house. Doesn't matter you want it or not. You can see it as your home or prison. The choice is yours. He pulled my face closer to him as his dark brown orbs landed on me like he didn't need to look forward while driving. And if I have to tie you up with chains to keep you here, I won't think twice before doing it. He released my face harshly before stopping the car and climbing out of it. Another second, the door on my side is open. I was collecting my dress to step out of the car when Taewang lifted me in his arms. I was frozen for a few seconds. Quite, he said in the coldest voice ever. His face is no less than a stone, while I can feel his aura becoming dark and dangerous. I look forward only to get the biggest shock of my life. Oh my God. Please let it be a dream. I don't want it to be the reality. This can't be real. The Kim Mansion is standing there proudly. The most expensive and heritage living place in Korea. Kim family is the richest, coldest, and most disciplined family on the continent, but their identity are hidden for safety issues. Kim Taewang. Is he one of them? No, God, please. How can I hide from a Kim? But how? He was the nerd when we first met, but Kim always studied at one of the oldest universities in the world. What's its name? I looked toward him to see the devil disguised as a human. His black-brown orbs are dark, as I can see the black fog behind him because of the aura. Now it makes sense why Taewang don't talk to anyone other than me in school. Why he was never been bullied while he was disguised as a nerd. Why he was always so possessive about me from the moment we started dating. Because he isn't a normal student from a normal family. He is a goddamn Kim. I gulped. Why do I have to prank with one of the members of the most powerful, oldest, and richest family? Why didn't I target anyone else for that stupid prank? I looked forward with a racing heart to seeing giant doors opening by two men who didn't dare to look at us. Taewang walked inside as his powerful footsteps echoed in the otherwise silent hall. Not that the hall is empty. It is filled with all the workers of the mansion, according to me. Chefs, cleaners, guards, drivers, everyone, but I can't see a single female among all these people. Welcome the new member of the Kim family. Mrs. Kim. Taewang. His voice held so much authority, which made everyone bowed in front of me before he continued further. No matter what she asks, you will take her every word as a command, except her will of going out. A few people on the left side of the hall with the same dress nodded with all the guards who are bordering the hall. She should not skip any meal if you don't want me to starve you all. My soul shuddered at his words. How can he torture everyone just because of me? Don't let her harm herself if you all want to live. I hold his coat as I hide my head from all of them, even when they aren't looking at me, but I can feel the burning in my body. I don't want them to see me as a monster like him. Do not touch her at any cost, otherwise, I will burn you alive. Shuddered under his grip as his whole attention is on others right now. I won't tolerate even a stare at my wife. He growls as the aura of the bright hall is so dark that even a devil can shiver here. I repeat, Don't let her escape. Feed her every meal. Don't let her harm herself. Don't touch her. No eyes on her. Understand? Yes, master. Everyone bowed in front of him. He nodded in satisfaction. You all are dismissed. Seconds after his command, the hall filled with people became empty. I looked around to see a big hall with luxurious furniture and a chandelier. The hall somehow retained vintage feeling with modern things. Eyes on me, wifey. Taewang lifted me a bit higher towards him. You will just look at me, right? I nodded like a small child in fear because of his dark and dangerous eyes. Why the hell is there so much noise in the mansion? A growl is echoed around the hall as a man, a bit older than Taewang, walks down the stairs while rubbing his eyes. Taewang slowly put me down as he looked at the man with the same amount of shock as I am looking at him in terror. I gulped down. How many Kims live here? I read they are strict people and can't tolerate the slightest mistake. Hyung, what are you doing here? Taewang looked at the person who lazily stepped down from the last step. The short man glared at Taewang, ignoring me. Well, I am not complaining though. I came here to discuss something after winding up the mess you created. But as you weren't here, I thought of having a small nap. He said, still yawning. You should be careful, Hyung. Now I am a married man. He said, snaking his hand around my waist and tugging me towards him. I rolled my eyes, feeling irritated with his skinship. I tried to jerk of his hand, but he tightened his grip. Okay. The man nodded unbothered. Wait, you what? He yelled another second like it's an impossible thing. Meet Kim Yoon, he said with a wide smile on his face. For a second, I forget he is the same person because of whom countless people shivered a few minutes ago. He looks like a small child who got his favorite chocolate with a smile. Sam, he growled another second, snatching any comfort I felt with him for few seconds. A man in his late 30s or early 40s appeared, bowing to him. Half an hour, serve Mrs. Kim dinner and make sure she eats. Then show her the way to our room. He commanded with his deep and scary voice. I have to wind up some important work, darling. We will meet in the bedroom now, baby girl. He whispered, making me scared of the coming future. Yes, master. He bowed again. Come, Mrs. Kim. I was being pushed slightly towards Sam as I followed him. Is she the same girl because of whom Jinwoo is sulking around the office and bashing every single employee around him? I heard the voice of the man. While following Sam.
Author POV. Sometimes the road we choose to avoid our destiny is the one which leads us there. Yoon was trying to run from him, not knowing she was running towards him. Taewang did want her all for himself, but he also wanted her spark. The thing which makes her, her. He wanted to retain everything what make her his angel. Which brought life back to his heart. But will he be able to control himself from breaking the softest thing in his world? Will he be able to save Yoon from himself? Or will he destroy the one he wanted to spend his whole life with? What do you all think? Comment down below. And please like, comment and subscribe if you are enjoying the story.